Hey, Olive friends and family, it's wonderful to connect with you again today. This is my second try at making this video. The first one I can't get off my phone, so it was a beautiful day. I was outside, but today it looks like we're going to be in my office working on my computer here. So I hope you're having a wonderful week, a wonderful start to the week, and I hope we finish the week strong. I want to invite you to join us this next Sunday as we continue in our study of 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John. We're actually going to be finishing up 1st John with looking at 1st John chapter 5. And we're going to look at a small section in the concluding remarks of this book as John invites us into this another phase of how we can live in fellowship with one another, in fellowship with God and Jesus. And when we're in that space, it guides us and it shifts our viewpoint of how to live life. And so John says in 1 John chapter 5, verse 16, if anyone sees his brother commit a sin that does not lead to death, he should pray, and God will give him life. And so we're going to focus on this idea of prayer. I was able to meet with Charlene, one of our members, yesterday, and not even knowing that we were jumping into this idea of prayer. Charlene shared with me that in one of her devotionals that she was reading, it happened to come up on the day of prayer, and the devotional she read was on prayer, and it was just this idea of we often don't know that we have a powerful, direct connection to our God through prayer, and we don't lean on that enough. And so she was encouraging me, and by extension then hopefully us, to lean on that power, that direct connection that we have to God. And here's what it does. And I don't know about you, but I've had relationships over the years that haven't always been easy. Some of them have been tough. And in my initial space, my initial mindset is to live into the hurt, the pain, the tension in those. And I don't know how you do it, but for me, I run conversations through my head that never actually happen, and it just wastes so much time and space and energy and creates so much stress and anxiety and just builds on the frustration with those relationships, right? But here's the thing, when I took those relationships, and this happens every time, when I take the time to sit down and bring God into those relationships and pray over them, there's a shift that happens, and it's no longer about me getting back or me telling the person off in another way when they do something wrong. Finally, I'll have my chance to get back at them. It's no longer about this space of revenge, but it's now this space of, okay, God, how do you want to use me in this relationship? This is kind of the question we've been asking, right? This is what John keeps hinting at with this fellowship is, how can we lead with God's love? And when we do that, when we see that, it's no longer about what I can get, about my rights, and it shifts to this space of how can I come at this relationship with compassion? Oh, what a shift. What a shift this makes in the way that we come before our brothers and sisters. And not only in prayer, in tough relationships, but even if we see somebody who's sinning, somebody in our life that we know isn't making good choices or life's been a struggle for them, lift them up in prayer. This is what John's talking about. Lift them up in prayer. And your true intention of coming before them, prayer isn't a weapon for revenge, but it's a weapon for healing. And your true intention of bringing people, whether it's somebody that just needs healing, somebody that just needs to know and feel the love of Christ, or a specific relationship that you have with somebody, that I have with somebody, when we can bring that space, God is going to use us for healing, for compassion and love and grace to fall on those people. And God is going to create a way, create spaces, create opportunities for us to share and be this light that John keeps talking about, to be the light of Christ by leading with compassion and love. And you know, more often than not, in those relationships, I don't get back what I deserved. The hurt that I received wasn't necessarily made right, but what I got back was way more valuable. I got peace in those relationships and fellowship in those relationships. And you know what? Some of those tough spaces, some of those tough people have even become friends. And that's so much better than holding on to the space of hurt and pain. And so I encourage you, join us Sunday, 9:30, live or either online or in person. Or as always, you can find us on our website and you can watch our services anytime. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Take care.